Prophecy has long been a subject of intrigue and mystery. Can it truly be understood? The Bible suggests that those who are prudent will indeed comprehend its meanings. As we delve into the scriptures, we find that understanding is promised to those who seek it. Contrary to popular belief, the Bible indicates that some of us will know and understand the end times. While many are familiar with the idea that the day of the Lord comes as a thief in the night, few realize that we are not in darkness, that day should overtake us as a thief. The Bible is rich with prophecy, and a significant portion is dedicated to the end times. God intended for us to be aware of when the time was near, urging us to watch and be vigilant, keeping our spiritual garments intact. He only comes as a thief to those in darkness. As clouds and winds signal changes in weather, so too does the world's events symbolize the unfolding of prophetic events. We are called to discern these signs and understand their significance. The call to watch and pray is a recurring theme in prophecy. We are urged to be prepared, like the wise virgins with oil, ready to face the events that will come to pass and stand before the Son of Man. For millennia, people have struggled to interpret biblical prophecies, but now, as we approach the end times, understanding is within reach. It's not about being smarter, it's about the timing that God has ordained for these revelations to unfold. God has painted a vivid picture using symbolic imagery to represent kings and nations. Daniel 7 introduces us to beasts that symbolize powerful rulers and their dominions, each with distinct characteristics that convey deeper meanings. The imagery of beasts in prophecy is both captivating and symbolic. These creatures represent the complex interplay of power and authority among nations, offering insights into the dynamics of the end times. Revelation 13 presents a formidable beast, empowered by the dragon, symbolizing the Antichrist and his power base. This imagery serves as a recognizable representation of the forces at play during the end times. The combined kings of Daniel 7. The depiction of the beast in Revelation is a powerful representation of the Antichrist's influence and authority. It highlights the spiritual battle and the forces that will shape the final days. Revelation 17 introduces a woman riding the beast, symbolizing the false prophet who aligns with the Antichrist. The 10 horns represent kings who empower the Antichrist, fulfilling divine will in the unfolding of prophecy, the fourth beast of Daniel 7. The imagery of the woman riding the beast underscores the alliance between the false prophet and the Antichrist. This partnership is pivotal in the narrative of the end times as it sets the stage for the fulfillment of prophecy. Daniel 2 and Revelation reveal the 10 toes as symbolic of the 10 kings in the end times. This imagery aligns with the beasts of Daniel 7, illustrating the continuity of prophetic events leading to the return of Jesus. God has provided symbolic representations of rulers from Babylon to the end times. These images help us understand the alignment of nations with the Antichrist and the sequence of events leading to the day of the Lord, as well as where the Antichrist emerges from. Prophecy outlines specific timeframes for the last days, part of which shows us the timing of events in the final 7 years after the signing of the peace treaty, the confirmation of the covenant, the 3.5 years of tribulation where the Antichrist will rule by the power of Satan, and even the details of the Antichrist's rise to power, which begins about 8 months after the signing. God has given us clear signs to watch for, ensuring we are prepared for the unfolding of prophecy. By understanding the timelines and events, we can instruct others and be ready for what is to come. The seals, trumpets, and vials represent different stages of prophetic events, From the long-standing seals spirits to the final vials, these elements mark the progression towards the kingdom of God and the reign of Jesus Christ. The sequence of prophetic events is detailed by Daniel and other prophets, guiding us through the unfolding of the end times. From the seals to the trumpets, each stage brings us closer to the fulfillment of God's plan. The timeline of end times events is meticulously outlined, from the rebuilding of the temple to the tribulation and rule of the Antichrist to the wrath of God. Each event is a step towards the ultimate fulfillment of prophecy and the return of Jesus. The final sequence of events in prophecy includes the return of Jesus, the pouring of his wrath, the binding of Satan, and the establishment of God's kingdom. These events mark the culmination of the prophetic narrative and the dawn of a new era. This chart of prophetic events provides a visual representation of the final event when Christ returns. Each of these scriptures speak of the same event. The timeline of seals and trumpets offers insight into the progression of prophetic events. Each stage is marked by significant occurrences that lead to this final event. They all end at the same place, at the return of Christ. To see the previous chart and the full sequence and timeline of events, go to BibleProphecyandTruth.com and visit Chapter 10, Understanding the Book of Revelation, under the Biblical Prophecy menu.